Cody Rhodes has a lot of stories surrounding him ahead of his SummerSlam match with Brock Lesnar, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with Vince McMahon, Uncle Howdy, and more. Let's start things off with everything related to Cody Rhodes. Cody has been heavily involved with Brock Lesnar since the night after WrestleMania, so he's definitely spent a major part of the year in that feud, and Cody's had a pretty loaded year so far, considering how he jumped from a big program with Roman Reigns for several months to another big program with Brock Lesnar for several more months. So, despite not being a champion, Cody Rhodes is still remaining in that upper tier level of the card with his big name feuds. So let's go over the segment for Cody and Brock from the July 17th edition of Raw. Cody comes out to a massive ovation from his hometown crowd in Atlanta, Georgia. Cody said that Brock Lesnar should come right out to the ring and accept his SummerSlam challenge, and Brock didn't come out. Cody then focused his words on his mother and other family members who were sitting right at ringside, and that itself was some great foreshadowing for what was about to happen. After spending some time talking about his mother's impact in his life, he switched back to talking about Brock Lesnar, saying that it'll be hard times for Brock whenever he decides to show up. Cody then ended his promo and went to greet his family members right at ringside, and that's when the mind game started and Brock Lesnar's music hit. Cody tried to get ready, but Brock Lesnar didn't come out. So Cody went backstage to get Brock himself, but instead gets greeted with a chair to the face. And that was pretty much it there for Cody Rhodes on the offensive end. He didn't get any offense in at all, and it was just brutally beat down by Brock Lesnar for several minutes, all over the ramp, the ring, ringside, right in front of his mother and other family members. After several more minutes of trying to break Cody Rhodes' arm again, Brock Lesnar finally got up and said that he accepted Cody's challenge for SummerSlam. They didn't say that Brock broke Cody's arm, but Cody has been selling the attack from Brock with a mini cast on his hand. But that storyline injury should be all cleared up by the time SummerSlam rolls around. So the confirmation on Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam was something that's been heavily rumored and expected to go down since the very early days of their feud. So it's great to see that match now become official. Another big rumor that's been around for months was that Brock and Cody's SummerSlam match would include a rare match stipulation. The bull rope stipulation has been the one stipulation that's been heavily rumored. So they have a few weeks before SummerSlam to set up a special stipulation if they do truly want to go down that route. Brock Lesnar himself will be on one more edition of Raw before SummerSlam. Brock will be at the July 31st edition of Raw. So maybe that's the episode where the stipulation could be confirmed at. A lot of fans recently brought back up the old question from April about Cody and Brock's feud, and that's the question of, why are they even feuding in the first place? Well, nearly 5 months later, and we technically never got the answer to that question, and the reason for their feud initially starting is still unknown and a big blur. But as the feud progressed, some story and reasoning started to come into play. Like after Brock Lesnar was busted open and lost at Backlash, they gave Brock a whole little revenge arc to come back and make Cody pay for what he did to Brock's face. So what Cody did to his face was motivation for Brock to come after Cody even harder and break his arm. And after that happened, it gave Cody Rhodes some reasoning for want to get even with Brock Lesnar. But as far as what triggered Brock Lesnar to attack Cody Rhodes back in April, that's still extremely unknown and hasn't been addressed by WWE within the storyline. The best theory and speculation to fill that void in the story is that Brock Lesnar was jealous of Cody Rhodes, climbing up the rankings in WWE and competing for world titles. Wade Barrett himself did say live on Smackdown that Brock attacked Cody because he was upset he had to open the show at Wrestlemania, while Cody Rhodes closed the show at Wrestlemania with Roman. A lot of fans laughed at Barrett's explanation and thought it was a bit silly, but here we are several months later, and that line from Wade Barrett ended up being the only explanation for why the feud started in the first place. And there's another incident that sort of backs up that theory. When Cody Rhodes was done with Dominic at Money in the Bank and Brock was nowhere to be found, Cody Rhodes did come out to address Seth Rollins, probably ready to challenge him for the World Heavyweight title. But before Cody could even say a word to Seth Rollins, Brock Lesnar returned and attacked Cody Rhodes. So Cody was right there, moments away from once again possibly trying to contend for a world title, and Brock Lesnar just wasn't letting it happen. So there's not much solid information to base it off of, but maybe Brock's true initial reasoning for coming after Cody Rhodes is because Brock just doesn't want to see him in any world title picture at all. That's just what it seems like based off of some of Brock's big attacks on Cody. But with Cody still being rumored to be on a collision course to meet Roman Reigns at next year's WrestleMania, Cody should definitely pick up this big clean win here at SummerSlam over Brock Lesnar to keep that momentum going and building back up. Speaking of Cody Rhodes, in a trailer for Cody's upcoming documentary, Kevin Owens revealed that Vince McMahon flew over to Cody Rhodes' home himself in 2022 to personally meet with Cody face-to-face and convince him to come back to WWE. Whatever Vince McMahon told Cody during that personal home visit ended up working out because Cody would return to WWE for the first time in several years at WrestleMania 38. It's probably the last place that anyone would have expected to see an Uncle Howdy leak from, but WWE 2K23 might have just finished the job fully leaking the identity of Bray Wyatt's mysterious uncle character. Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy recently dropped as DLC characters for WWE 2K23. And as everyone knows, the game will often tell you the history of the superstar and their title reigns. Well, fans on Twitter pointed out that the Uncle Howdy character is listed as a former one-time NXT champion with a reign of 280 days. Who else is a former one-time NXT champion with an exact reign of 280 days? It's Bo Dallas. Now, this really isn't a secret at all. It's been known since early 2023 that Bray Wyatt's brother and former WWE Superstar, Bo Dallas, was the main individual portraying the physical version of Uncle Howdy. There was even other stories of fans being backstage and meeting Howdy in full costume, and mentioning how he had a higher-pitched voice. And that's when the Bo Dallas speculation really started to pick up even more. It was even reported that WWE kept Howdy in full ring gear and makeup backstage to protect his identity at first, but it eventually came out that the fans were right about their Bo Dallas suspicions for Howdy. And now WWE 2K went ahead and truly revealed and leaked Uncle Howdy's identity as well. So if Howdy is at least being credited for Bo Dallas's career accomplishments within the video game world, it'll be interesting to see how this matter is handled on WWE television. Will he go back to being Bo Dallas if he's ever unmasked? Or is he truly locked in with this new character? Sort of like how we saw Sarah Logan transform into Valhalla. It'll be something to keep an eye on, but what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below, don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.